do.
Let's switch on over.
Okay, so it looks as though Cloud9 has opted to take first pick, and they are starting off with a ban on Arthas. This is what they banned out last game. And it makes sense. And then we see a ban on Tychus.
But the first pick for Cloud9 is going to be Tassadar. Tassadar is seeing no less play with the changes, which means the balance was good. I guess. He's not as strong.
We'll have to see what his win rate is after. Well,
you're right.
Look at the statistics to see.
Right.
And of course, it's just one tournament.
Yep.
We can't necessarily delve too much out of that. But okay, following this up, we see SMG grabbing Vala and Chen. Different. Of course, they don't have the Tassadar pick that they would have liked to have grabbed, but they are grabbing Chen. Seems to be their warrior of choice going into these games.
Really valuing him. The only game we didn't see him was with the game that we had Dreadnought playing as Uther, which was a really interesting game. Falstad Uther will be picked up here for Cloud9. So Tassadar, Falstad, and Uther. Pretty standard stuff here. Nothing, standing out about those three heroes. Just kind of the standard stuff.
I wonder if they should have tried to switch up the warrior. Maybe they just feel a couple things slipped out of hand for them in that last game. They say, we'll try to run it back. But typically, they have really drastically changed up their strategies. Whether that comes down to tribute strategy and how they capitalize on those. Maybe they're going to go back to a bloodlust comp because they have just picked up Rhaegar and Illidan.
Rhaegar and Illidan, indeed.
But before that, C9 and Maelstrom grabbed Falstad and Uther. Two very strong picks, of course. Okay.
Kerrigan Stitches are going to be the next picks here to round out the Cloud9 roster. So it's actually Kerrigan, Stitches, Uther, Tassadar, Falstad. So the idea here is get a hook.
Of course, that's always the idea with the Stitches.
Stun
but you got to have the follow-up.
Give them the hammer.
Give them the
with
hammer.
Uther.
Yep.
And you have the Primal Grasp and the stun here for Kerrigan. But on the other side of the battlefield, I mean, Chen Rhaegar, Illidan Vala.
We saw this a lot in the last monthly. SMG was really trying to make the Rhaegar
with Rainer Radier.
Yeah.
Rhaegar Radier.
They have a very nice Bloodlust comp. I'd be completely shocked if they didn't go Bloodlust and instead went with Ancestral.
They'll be going Bloodlust. They're going to be going
to.
Bloodlust. 100%. Yes. I have zero doubts that they'll be playing Bloodlust here. Kubi, do you agree 100%?
I do.
Very good. Players are ready. Casters are ready. GLHF has been sent out.
So, this is their change in strategy.
Go back to Bloodlust. Go back to Bloodlust. Hey, guys, we didn't have Bloodlust, so we lost. Maybe we should have more of that Bloodlust. Well,
hey, it's worked for them in the past. Why not give it a shot? Now, if they lose this game, things are going to get interesting. But, of course, we can't jump ahead too fast. Should be a fun game. It'll be different. Very different to see how SMG approaches those team fights.
You and I are both very excited, and I totally didn't update the score yet again.
Nice.
So let's update that score to have Maelstrom as 1-0 here. This is game number 2 of the series. And Corey, why don't you introduce us to the Cloud9 roster?
Absolutely. Okay, so for the warrior on the team, Cloud9 Maelstrom, we have King Caffeine playing Stitches, Biceps on Falstad, Dunk Train will be playing Tassadar this game, Kenma on Uther for the support, and Zuna will be playing Kerrigan.
And look at those matching mounts yet again, going with a different tint. They just keep changing the tint. But at least they're, even their draft process is synergized. Well, we have Dreadnought playing as Chan. Vala will be played by Arthalon, KO, Rock, and Raynar. Rhaegar Reindeer will be played by Mad Timmy. And last but not least, we have Mr. Soldier on the green money pig Illidan. Look at that skin.
It's pretty nice.
Malfurion's beard is manly.
Very nice. So Rhaegar Rhaegar Reindeer?
Rhaegar Rhaegar Reindeer. Rhaegar Rhaegar Reindeer.
If Shane's out there and he hears this, we'd like to see another video updated.
the
Rhaegar Rhaegar Reindeer.
Say Rhaegar Rhaegar 8 times was the challenge, and now you have to do Rhaegar Rhaegar Reindeer 8 times as fast as possible.
See it.
If you guys want to make that video, send it to us. But We have a little bit of a gank attempt here, and Matt Timmy taking a lot of damage with the damage from Biceps. Is going to do a lot. The hook is there, and he's going to live, though. He's going to live. The wolf form comes on out.
If there was anything that was going to allow them to secure that kill, it was going to be landing that hook. They got it. It just appears as though they did not have enough damage. So once again, we see the 3-3 bottom lane contesting, duking it out, trying to get control of who knows what. I'm not really quite sure.
Well, I mean,
some team just decided we're going to run 3 bottom once, and every other team has to just, they have to throw 3 people down there to deal with it.
If you look at the current state of the game, you know, oh my goodness, I got excited. If you look at the current state of the game, the fact that they're constantly going for this first tower, if you get an early kill, that opens the gates to get an early tower. So though you might not get a lot of kill experience from that kill, if you have 3 in that lane and you can pressure 1 tower, it's a good chunk of XP.
Sure is.
So,
Sure is.
you know, I can't stress enough how much I enjoy the change to the experience being on the towers as well as the forts, because it creates a lot of early game aggression and a lot of reward for that aggression.
Yep. And I'm sure that's what Blizzard was looking at. They said, you know, you can put a lot of work into taking this tower, this wall down, but what do you actually get for it? You're really just setting up for later play? That doesn't make sense. Let's distribute that experience a little bit. And so far, I think I agree with you on that. It's a nice change. I like it.
Well, we have this gank squad waiting around here to see if anything comes into their path. Caffeine, he has that hook. Will Zuna be there to follow up if they land that hook? Dreadnought's not sitting still for a moment. They're going in.
This is going to be scary.
Hook is still available. They go with the Primal Grasp, the hook.
There were so many weird paths that Dreadnought took to get out of there. Like he started walking away from the gate and then hopping back over. I wasn't even sure what he was going to do.
He's a tricky little panda, that's for sure.
He got out of there though, so I can't fault that.
I can't tell you how much I love that wolf form. It's so nice. Well, first tribute. 2 minutes 40 seconds.
Yep. Late one.
Late one.
We saw an early one last game. Late one this game.
One.
Is SMG going to give it up? It looks like they're floating up everyone except for Vala, but they have Biceps on Falstead at bottom who can fly up at any time.
So SMG not giving it up as openly as they did in the previous games. They're kind of stalling it out instead.
Falstead,
I mean, if Vala's not coming up, wow, they got a kill on Uther. That is a big deal. The actual brew from the keg there soaks him up, stops them from capping. It's only 6 seconds, not 7 to cap here. Is Zuna going to get it? It looks like he is. Soldier going in deep. He's going to be able to get it. He gets over Stitches barely. Primal Grasp goes down on Soldier. He has to back up here. I don't think they can stop it now. Oh! Soldier's going to fall to the Envenom.
Oh, there was an Envenom and then a very nicely placed Storm there. He was not able to get to his healing well in time to heal up. That surely will spell out his death. And it kind of looks... I was going to say this is an SMG loss, but they seem to have taken it.
Vala was not only soaking, but she was pushing.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So they not only got the 1 kill on Uther, but they managed to soak. And this actually will allow them to give up that next tribute if they want to. They'll hit 10 in time. They have a bit of an experience lead. It's not much, but it is a little bit. And they will be 10 by the 3rd tribute. Taking the Knights here is actually a great option, and that's going to give them that additional aggression on the middle lane because, again, they're going for those towers.
Yep. Once Illidan hits level 7, I believe it's the first aid that allows him to take those camps very easily. Very early. 2nd tribute popping up. They have the Knights pressing down the mid lane to perhaps give a bit of pressure. Does this dissuade Cloud9 Maelstrom from taking this tribute?
Oh my goodness! That hook!
And that's 17 seconds that he is not going to be around to contest that tribute. Surely, if the rest of the fight, if they're able to back out, they will be able to grab the 2nd tribute for free.
The Primal Grasp yet again with the stun there. 2 kills. Just easy pickups by Zunas Kerrigan. Didn't we see Kerrigan banned out last game?
We did.
Guess what?
That's why.
That's why.
They were scared of it. And that's the 2nd tribute.
It's
2 games, 4 games in a row we've seen SMG give up first 2 tributes, but not necessarily giving up this time.
This game,
they decided that they're trying to contest for it, and they're losing out in that battle. They just had a bit of a skirmish right here on the bottom lane, just to, you know, apply some pressure, and they ended up losing 2 heroes right away. That's not the position you want to put yourself in to try to contest these tributes. So.
It is far from optimal, Kubi, because they are going to be down in the level race. Level 10 has been achieved first here for Cloud9. Tribute will be spawning soon, so SMG will have 10 for the tribute fight.
They will. but position is not good. Not good. So let's see what kind of heroics have we picked up. Zuna on Kerrigan is going to go with Maelstrom, fitting in with his team name, C9 Maelstrom. I like that.
Wow.
Uther is going to be going with Divine Storm, of course. Archon on Tassadar for Dunk Train, Shock and Awe, and Gorge to round it out. So, no Putrid Bile this game, even though they took it last game.
Yeah,
and it worked out well for them. They decided not to go with it. Perhaps it's an attempt to counter the Bloodlust, which of course we do see Mad Timmy grabbing. Panda Pals, Strafe, Metamorphosis, and Rainer's Raiders. All pretty standard picks for those heroes as we're leading into this third tribute.
The body block on Kenma, that's a big deal. Rainer's Raiders doing work here. Maelstrom goes down as well, but KO gets hit by the Gorge. Bloodlust goes down. Shock and Awe getting a bit of value here, but KO is, taking a lot of damage. The Primal Grass secures the kill. Zuna will fall here as well. Caffeine is going to fall as well. Tribute sit there. No one trying to cap it.
Oh, wow.
Caffeine goes down, and SMG says, no.
Okay.
Level 10. We got Panda Pal Bloodlust.
All right, so that came down to that nice little body block that they had now. I'm going to guess that Stitches got a... Oh, no, that's on the other team. I'm not even sure how Uther got caught in there, to be honest with you. So, Uther did get caught in there.
He got chased by Chen. He thought he could run away, but then Illidan came in. So Chen flying kicked over him, forcing him into the lane, and then the Illidan came in from the same side, flipping over him.
Okay. So all that happens, and Uther's basically in a situation where he's dead. I'm not so sure I agree with C9 attempting to save him. What exactly were they hoping to do? You have a Chen with Brew and Panda Pals.
Well, they tried to Gorge and then walk him out to let the Uther get out, but it was too late.
Yeah.
The call, I get the idea, but it was a little bit late and a bit of a misplay. And here we have one Tribute and a Golem pushing here for SMG. They're going to get this fort back up, but there is a Golem here pushing in the bottom lane for Cloud9.
They're going to push faster, so we're going to see C9 has to respond in response to basically them taking the Golem much faster. They're going to push further. If they leave this uncontested and try to push with their Golem, surely they will grab a keep. They cannot let that happen this early into the game. So we do see SMG realizing this is going to happen. They're going to back off, not push the subject too hard. They will obviously get some damage out of it. They'll keep Cloud9 Maelstrom busy, and it looks like it's almost as if they're going to go in to try to get a gank. No, they're backing off. Just take the vision, scare them a little bit, perhaps, and they're rotating down to mid to try and get some experience here off these towers.
Yep, they're just going to blow up the towers like you said and then fall down to the Tribute as Zuna is going right on in on Soldier here, but backing on up quickly. Illidan is a slippery little assassin. And Dreadnought kind of in the front line, but does he want to be there? Are they ready to initiate? Heroics are good to go, and there is the Lust! Lust goes down, Biceps getting evaporated but falls back quickly, but Kerrigan is down already, so Zuna is out of the fight here. Dreadnought having some unique positioning with his Chen kind of falling away. Caffeine gonna fall as well. 3 down for Cloud9.
Gosh.
And SMG.
That strafe went uncontested.
I'm telling you, if they win this game, Rhaegar will be banned. I'm calling it right now. I
think that makes a lot of sense. Oh my gosh, Soldier.
Soldier, a little bit too aggressive here.
Arthur 2? Yes.
Oh my goodness.
It's very strange to see this out of SMG, to be honest.
Yeah,
He does have Panda Pals. He will get a kill on Biceps here. Will probably not be able to kill Dunk Train.
No, they're not even going to try.
Makes sense.
It's a bit of a risk. Mad Timmy can run right on out with his Wolf Form. 2 for 2 on the Tributes, but throwing away those 2 lives is the opposite of what they needed there. I mean, they just finally got a bit of an advantage. 1 level advantage in this game still.
They were able to take that fort. I guess that's nice. Not worth losing 2 people. Certainly allows C9 to catch up in those levels. This is it. This is the big tribute fight. And are they going to give up taking the Knights? Yes, they are. They realize that they have to. They have to go up to try to contest it. But Falstad's going to get there a little late. He does have Fly. That will help in the positioning somewhat. But SMG's already there. They're ready.
They're ready indeed.
We're going to see Dreadnought rotate down. He is stuck in the top lane.
Yeah. The Oracle is available. I don't think he popped it yet.
Oh.
They're waiting for it. They're waiting for it, capping the Knights at the last possible second. The Knight actually getting the hook used. Kenma taking a lot of damage, but yep, the curse is taken here by Zuna. Now Dread is on the back line. He's not where he wants to be, but Soldier comes on in, helping out immediately. The Caffeine takes a ton of damage.
Kill here. Oh no, he gets the Gorge.
Oh my goodness, KO gets evaporated, but Zuna taking a lot of damage. The shielding goes down from Tassadar. Dunk taking a lot of damage. Caffeine taking a lot of damage. Will Soldier do it? Yes, he actually metamorphoses to get the kill here, and Soldier is gonna clean up the trash, taking him out. Going to the park. I don't even know what else I could say. but he's going to just finish everything up here.
They're not dealing with Strafe. They're not dealing with Strafe. They didn't even need to pop Bloodlust that fight.
Yeah, you're right. Well, this curse is wasted.
Basically what's happening is you get the Strafe happening, it's going uncontested. They have no stuns to deal with it. And then you have the Metamorphosis is just getting in the way of everything. He's flipping over people when they're trying to back up to get better positioning. And with the Strafe going down on top of all that, you have Dreadnought being absolutely obnoxious with the Panda Pals, just like getting in the way of everyone flipping over.
Yeah.
It's like there's so much stuff in the way, nobody can move, especially in those tight corners.
I mean, let's just talk about the synergy between Illidan and Chen.
Yeah.
Like, they can just flip for days.
Yeah.
They don't care. I can flip
can't
all
move.
day. I
It's
can
so
flip
hard to
all
move,
day.
and it's all body blocks, which is the crazy thing. It's not even roots or anything to that nature. So that team fight just, I'm sure that C9 had a plan, and just everything got in the way. And they were like, oh, we can't move, basically, because of how tight the corners are in this map.
It's true. It's a really good point. I mean, the map is just these narrow passageways. I mean, the fight happened right here, and look how narrow all of this is.
Yep. Here's an odd one. Uther has decided to take Imposing Presence at 16 over Hardened Focus or the Chain Wave here.
Illidan. This is all directed at Illidan.
It's got to be. You know, we've seen it multiple times now. It slows Illidan down quite a bit. It will. 50% is quite a bit of a DPS nerf.
Yeah. It's I'd say it's a
big
fair amount.
Yep.
So
Stitches decides to go for Fishing Hook to increase.
It's also a direct nerf to Bloodlust. When you consider Bloodlust as an attack speed buff, it has a lot of.
All the heroics are back up. We're going to see Bloodlust this fight for sure.
Zuna taking damage. Shockonaut goes down, but Zuna's still alive for a bit. The multi-shot comes in to secure the kill. Kenma throws down his hammer as his final test there, and Caffeine falls as well. Biceps once again will be the only survivor here, as Dunk Train is surely going to fall. This bottom tower and this bottom front wall is going to be under pressure.
It's not a good look. Not a good look for C9 here, and it's crazy how much their Bloodlust style has changed the pacing of this match. Look at this soldier just hopping over the wall. He does not care. He is going to try and kill Falstad, and
they're going to do it!
They just walked into enemy territory. They had no way out. They just said, we know we're going to get this kill. We have the Root on Dreadnought hopping in with his flying kick. He is level 16, so yes, he does have that. And then you have the flips from Illidan, like we were talking about earlier. There's no way to move. There's too many bodies in the way. We can't get out.
Well,
it's crazy. It's crazy to think that Falstad was overextended in that situation. He was behind his fort, behind his wall, and it was still not enough.
There's no place to hide when you
There's nowhere to hide
when you have a team like this. I mean,
crazy play.
Well, we have the Clairvoyance going down here, and the Tribute spawning right here conveniently as well. Mana is pretty decent here on the side of Symbiote Game, but everyone's at full health, except for the Uther that just died on the side of Cloud9. This is starting to look a little bit tough. Where are you going? Dunk Train. Gonna get body blocked at the last possible second. It's looking bad. The Curse, the Golem, with 3 members down. Symbiote is pushing to end here. Kerrigan falls as well. A nice shock and awe, almost killing Rhaegar.
Biceps almost did a lot of damage. They almost killed 2 people, but it's not going to be enough. And it looked like C9 was sort of just making desperate dive plays there to just try and get an early kill. And it almost seemed like desperation at that point. They knew that the game was slipping out of control so fast. And of course, SMG is going to run in. Bloodlust for funsies. Take that core down.
Well, SMG
that was
has
quite the turnaround.
Made their statement. If you beat us, we will take you back to that map every single time.
Haven't seen them lose when they do that.
And beat you there.
That was decisive.
The game started out looking really good for Cloud9. The first 2 fights over the Tribute were really just in Cloud9's favor. SMG got the first blood, but they still lost that first Tribute. Right. And then it just, it didn't look good. But once we hit level 10, the story changed.
Yeah, all of the positions that they had starting those team fights, that's what it came down to. And it just the way that Illidan and Chen were getting in the way of everyone's positioning with the boosted auto attacks, it just seemed as though that imposing presence was not enough to slow Illidan down. And they hopped on the train right through. There was no stopping them.
There was no stopping them indeed. Guys, we're going to throw to a quick commercial break while we get ready for game number 3. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. Stay with us.